This book is doing $1,100 a day and it has 0 reviews, 0 ads, and it was launched 3 days ago. How the F is it even doing this? Hey everybody, it's Emeka here, and this is the Publishing Academy YouTube channel. And our goal is really simple. It's to give you the best free KDP content so you can make money today, and then you can come work with me and my team, and we can help you scale to 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month like our students. So how can you have a brand new book making over $1,000 a day within its first week with no ads and no reviews? Well, there's one answer: external traffic. So I have Jonathan here to show us what this new book is doing, which is essentially creating like a new niche. This is going to be the beginning of a new keyword, possibly. Only time will tell, but we've seen this pattern happen before. And so he's going to show us the book, explain why. And this is something you want to look out for, because if you're watching this video in the early times, like this could be a big thing for Q4. Like time will tell. Like this is all so new, but this pattern has happened before time and time again. So, hey, Jonathan, welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right. So let's dive into it. First off, what book are we even talking about?
Yeah, let me show you. So it's called People Skills. I'll share the screen with you so you can see it. And we can take a look at some of the results and everything too, and just dive in. So it's called People Skills, and it's this book right here. And this is the Amazon listing. So very, very simple book, right? Red color, People Skills. And this is it. And it was just launched, published, 4 days ago here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what's so special about this book?
Well, what's so special about this book is really nothing when you look at the cover or the listing itself, right?
Yeah.
What's special about the book is how they managed to market it. Because obviously, this is breaking all the rules, right? Of what we say.
Because that covers shit. Like it's garbage. Yeah. Like I don't what's the PEO? What is that?
Yeah. And you can't even read barely.
You can't even read the yeah. So why is this making so much money?
Yeah, it's TikTok, bro. It's TikTok. That's what it comes down to. So this is what they've done, right? So on Amazon, when you look at it with BookBeam and everything, you can see, I can show you guys that, this was published very recently, 9 days ago, and then BSR right here. And you can see how quickly it just rose up in the ranks. But before this, they prepped. So they launched the book on TikTok back in April. And this brand is really, really interesting because if anyone's familiar with like Raise Kids Street Smart or even 100,000 Whys, these are the people behind that. And what they do is they essentially are creating new keywords on Amazon by putting their books on TikTok first, going viral. And then once the book is viral, they just launch it on Amazon as well.
So we could follow them.
We can follow
on TikTok as a way to, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, literally, if your goal isn't even to be on TikTok to market your books, which I think you should be, you can still just follow this shop and see what they publish, and then literally just make, a version of that before it even gets launched onto Amazon.
Because that other keyword that you were talking about, like that's really starting to take off as well.
Yeah, and that is actually what happened with Raise Kids Street Smart. Is that keyword? There was another book that was not by this brand that was launched on Amazon, and it was making like $1,000, $2,000 per day. And then later on, actually, like several months afterwards, this brand launched their actual book on TikTok. Or sorry, on KDP. Yeah.
Okay. So somebody beat them to it, essentially.
Yeah, they beat them at their own game, essentially.
Oh, wow. All right. And so what's special about this book? Why did it take off? Like, okay, so people skills, social intelligence. Why?
The wisdom to turn failures into success. Yeah, I mean, here's really my take on it, right? It's first of all, it's the videos, which we'll have a look at the angles and how they're doing it. And then the other thing that they're doing is it's an incredibly broad topic, right? Same thing with like Raising Kids Street Smart. But this in and of itself is very, very broad. So you can reach a lot of people with it. And then they've really cracked the angle for the video. Yeah, so let's have a look at their videos and what's working for them. So check this out right here. So this is their biggest video, last 90 days, done 10K, and this is it.
This is going to hurt some feelings, but here's how you can tell someone isn't socially intelligent. They're always trying to one up you. They love to interrupt and hog the conversation. They don't charge others for bringing them meals. They always tell people about your private affairs. They use thank you instead of using thoughtful details. This book is called People Skills, and it'll show you how to communicate clearly to improve your relationships and people skills in a clear and concise format. So if you actually want to become socially intelligent, I left a link there. If you see it, that means there's still a few left in stock.
So
This is going to hurt
super
some.
simple.
That was cool.
Yeah, super simple. I think what I really like about these, and these have worked really well for me too. My biggest video, like 4.6 million views, does go through each chapter and underlines it. And that's kind of
Mhm.
what they're doing here too. It's like how to instantly tell if someone's socially intelligent. Oh, that's the
Mhm.
hook. Now I'm interested in figuring out, like, well, how do I know? And then, also with him saying this is going to hurt some feelings. So now you're kind of ready to hear something controversial. Um,
Yeah.
and then they're going through different sections of the book, reading them out loud. So you already kind of get that proof that that content exists in there, and then just a really nice call to action at the end to just buy the book. So
Yeah, no,
super
that was
simple.
cool.
Yeah.
Like that got me interested in the book.
Yeah, right?
I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, this is actually kind of neat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Super, super easy way of tying it in. I mean, the biggest thing is obviously in the first 3 seconds, you really just want to grab someone's attention, which is, how to tell if someone's socially intelligent. Uh,
Mhm.
and then you're grabbing interesting sections from the book to where it entices you to want to read more, right? Figure out like what this is all about. Um, so they really just honed in on that. We can watch another one as well.
Y'all, if y'all want the women that you can't have right now to be begging to be in your presence, read this book.
I mean,
If
that's
you
pretty
want
much
to,
all you need, right? How to be a 10
Mhm.
as a man. And if you
Right.
want all the women, read this book. um, so these for this specific book, what's really working is these talking head ones. This one's
Okay.
really good too.
How to be a 10 out of 10 communicator. Learn the laws of human nature. Learn to influence people to do whatever you want. Learn to handle conflict and rarely ever get mad. Instead of buying a bunch of books and courses, they put it all in this one book. Teach you all the communication skills some people are too scared to learn. Discerning people, human nature, social engagement, even how to correctly navigate the workplace. A bunch of different laws that if you don't start to follow, it'll show up in other aspects of your life. If you used to go in a store, you're paying at least $60 for this book, but now you can get it for less than half that price and it just added free shipping. So if you want to improve your communication skills, I'll drop a link above my name for you to check it out. How to be a 10 out of
And again, super great hook, how to be a 10 out of 10 communicator. So now you're like, oh, I want to learn nothing about the book yet. And then they go through the list. And then now that you are kind of primed for the skills that you're looking for, then he positions the book as the reason why. And then they're doing some kind of cool stuff at the end too. Like, the book is normally $59 and it's even printed on the book, which is brilliant. Right. But you can get it for a
Yeah.
half with shipping
I
if you
thought
want.
I misheard him. I thought I misheard him when he said $60. I was like,
Yeah.
60 or 16. But oh wow, so they actually put $59 or $60 printed on the book,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Wow, that's genius marketing.
Super smart marketing. And what they're doing after that is like, okay, this format is working. And then they're just repeating that format with all of their videos. And that's pretty much it, right? And you can see that they're running ads on TikTok, but they're getting such a solid ROI because not only are they, making sales on TikTok, which even if they're breaking even, they're definitely profitable. But even
Mhm.
if they're breaking even, you go over to Amazon and now you're ranking, within the first 9 days of being live, you're
That's
top 600,
crazy.
$1,000 per day, and you're not even running ads on the platform.
If you want to publish a book on Amazon and make money from it, I got this for you. I'm running a free 3-day publish and profit challenge. By the end of it, you'll have a book published on Amazon and making your first sales. I've been publishing for over 9 years. I've published hundreds of books, helped thousands of people do the same. If you don't know where to start, or you can't find a profitable topic, or you just don't want to waste time or money, this is for you. Day one is finding your topic, creating your book title, getting your cover locked in. Day two, it's all about building your book. It's doing the research, creating the outline, and writing your entire book. And then day three, polishing your book, publishing it on Amazon, and showing you how to generate your first sales. And this is free. I'm showing you the exact way to build this business without having to hide it behind a paid course. And to show you how simple this is, my 10-year-old daughter has even published her own book using this exact same framework.
Actually, Really, Daddy? I promise free.
You're also going to get my free support group, and you're going to get the custom GPT that I built specifically to help you with this challenge. Just click the link in the description or go to publishingacademy.com/challenge. You'll get an email. It'll be the link to get into the school group. In the classroom section, everything's laid out. Go do it now.
Okay. And then, so what do you think could happen with this new keyword, people skills, over the next few months? Right? Because like people skills is a keyword that nobody in their right mind would target because
Yeah.
it's way too broad. Right? This would be more like social communication skills or something like that.
Yeah.
But what do you think could happen for us as self-publishers now? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think we already have the blueprint for what's probably going to happen with that. Because you're absolutely right. Like, from a keyword perspective, you would say that's too broad. But from a awareness perspective, from like who can you reach with this book? The TAM is just unlimited, right? Like every single person on the planet would be like, oh, I think people skills is something that I'd want to learn. So it's like they're going really broad. But the blueprint to answer your question is really just from one of their already existing books, and it's this right here. I mean, if you go and you look for Raise Kids Street Smart,
Mhm.
this is their book for that.
Okay.
And you can see right now it's solid BSR, less than 30,000. At one point it was in the top 1,000, like 5,000, 4,000. 9 reviews, not even really that great. But if you look at this page, first page for that keyword, every single book pretty much has that title and a very similar keyword, or a very similar cover, I mean.
No.
And at one point, this book right here, which has dropped a little bit, was making $1,100, $1,500 per day or sorry, not this one. They all look the same. That's why I got confused. It's actually let me see if I can find it. This one right here, which 4-star rating, 60 reviews. This was the OG. They found that keyword and they just launched it. And this is something that I always really like to show people. Like, this cover is clearly AI generated, and the kid had 3 arms. The kid that's holding the map. And this book was literally making $1,100, $1,500 per day for a little while.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome. Oh god. It's funny. I was reading a comment. Somebody's like, can a book that you make in 24 hours with AI be good? Like, you're asking the wrong question.
yeah, can it sell?
Right.
That's the
Yeah,
question.
can it
make
sell?
money?
Like, it's like, as long as it solves the problem, it's gonna sell. It doesn't have to be good. It just needs to solve the problem, right? Now, should we be making good books that solve problems? Yes, first and foremost.
Absolutely.
However, if you just focus on, does my book solve the problem first, you'll make more money than if you focus on, oh, my book's really good.
Yeah. And also, like, if you focus on the problem that your book solves, it's also incredibly easy to create content around that, because you can literally just solve the problem in the content. And not only that, you can present the problem, right? So it's like people skills is obviously like incredibly broad, but what are the things that the many smaller problems, the more niche problems that not having people skills can do, right? And then you can create videos around every single one of those problems, so that all of these niche problems are solved by this one bigger broad problem. So now everyone wants your book, and you could just communicate that very clearly.
Can anybody take like just a random keyword or topic or phrase, go to TikTok, market it, and then find success? Or it's not that easy. But
I don't think it's that easy. I think it's a matter of, you do want to make sure that it's a broad topic, but you also want to figure out, like, can you truly solve a problem with this? I think that's like the biggest thing. And I would think about broader topics, and I would also look for keywords that are big keywords and that are really broad keywords that are also very high in demand on Amazon. I think that's another way to go about it. Like, anytime you see a high in demand keyword, like just like the video we did last week talking about stoicism, talking about Mediterranean diet, like those types of keywords that you really shouldn't touch if you're just planning on launching a book, getting enough reviews, and then running Amazon ads, because it's too competitive. But any one of those words, if you launch that on TikTok and just market way better than all your competitors, then your book is going to be the one that then is the one that's in #1 demand.
Now, I noticed the book was in color.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that? Like, is color over black and white? Like, color is obviously way more visually appealing, but
Yeah, I don't think it matters so much, especially
Mhm.
for like a self-help book or more like a broad generic book, simply because mine is just black and white and it still, sells really, really well. But more geared towards kids and stuff like that, I feel like color has really helped a lot of these books. Like I've seen like Life Skills for Teens, I've seen
yeah.
1000 Y books. Like it does help when there's color because it does make it a little bit more visual.
Now, is there going to be like more spillover? Like, if I wanted to create a people skills book, so
Yeah.
say it's like people skills for the workplace or people
Yeah.
skills for the classroom or whatever, and I just kind of take that idea, that concept, and then niche it down for a specific audience, is that something that could sell as well, or is it like that's unproven? Who knows? But it could.
I would probably stay broad.
Yeah.
So because again, if you follow the more like traditional like self-publishing, what the courses teach you, say for instance, like my book, the emotional intelligence book. I mean, that's not the title of the book, but it's called Emotional
Yeah.
Intelligence, right?
This is like 2000
publishers-
of those.
Yeah, exactly. But like self-publishers would be like, you should do emotional intelligence for women. You should do it for men. You should do it for children ages 8 to 12, right? Like you should really narrow down every single one, or like emotional intelligence for the workplace, emotional intelligence for relationships. But I truly, truly believe that the success of that book is due to the fact that it covered all of those bases, so that when you
Okay.
show it to a lot of people, it makes it easier. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That makes sense. That makes sense. So there's just everything's in there.
everything's in there.
So
Yeah.
okay. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Anything else you want to add on that, Jonathan?
No, that's pretty much it. Pick a big, broad topic and market it better than anyone else, and you can have a book that's making $1,100 a day in 4 days.
I know that's just like when you showed me that, I was like, really? Wait, what? That's insane. But it's just the power of driving outside traffic. It's so underutilized still in this day and
Yeah.
age on Amazon. So
It really is. And the more that I've been talking about it too, like I have students who are spending $70 a month on Amazon ads, and still their book is bringing in $500 in royalties, right? So it's like, and it's their videos aren't even going crazy viral, but they know that it's because of the videos that they're creating, because that's the only way that there's awareness around their books. And I even have students that I worked with where I have one where her book is in the top 600 BSR right now, and she doesn't even run ads on Amazon. All she does is just post TikTok videos going viral.
and it's in the top 600.
Yeah.
Bro, that's nuts. That's crazy.
I feel like there's this like secret tier of KDP publishers that basically just said like F ads, they're too expensive, and then figured out how to go viral.
That's awesome. That's solid. That's solid. How can people get in touch with you? How can they find out more about what you're doing?
Yeah, so they can just book a call with me and through the link below here. We'll hop on.
Okay.
We'll take a look at the book.
Who shouldn't book a call with you?
First of all, you have to have a book published. It's not like, hey, I need to have an idea. And you definitely need to have a book that's already making sales to a certain degree. It doesn't have to be, crazy amounts, but it needs to be something that's already selling, in my opinion.
Okay, cool. And just to clarify, right? I consider a book selling a minimum of 30 copies a month.
Yep.
Okay. Because you sold 4 copies last month doesn't mean your book's selling. Okay.
Yeah, let's clarify. That's a good clarification. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to have
just
consistent sales.
consistent daily sales.
Yeah. And just because that book has 0 reviews doing 1,100 per day doesn't mean that you shouldn't have reviews on yours already either.
Okay. Awesome. And then have you started YouTube?
I have started YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll put a link to your YouTube channel
That'd be
down
perfect.
below for you.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Anytime I
Awesome,
find
awesome.
something cool like this, case study like this, I'm posting it on YouTube and just showing it off. So
Cool. Appreciate it, man. Awesome. Jonathan, thanks so much for coming on again and showing us this. This was exciting. I have a feeling we're about to see a few more books in those niches over the next little bit for sure.
I agree.
But always a pleasure, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.